Good evening, watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from the custodian of the two holy mosques, handed over to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. Omani author and novelist Jocha Al Harthia wins the Man Booker International Prize 2019 for her novel Celestial Bodies. And the Ministers of Justice and Manpower signed a cooperation agreement on settlement of labor disputes. Well, those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable greetings to His Excellency President Joko Widodo of Indonesia on him being re-elected as President of the Republic's second term. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, related to inviting His Majesty to attend the Islamic Summit Conference in its 14th round, due to be held in Mecca on Friday 31st of May 2019. The message was received on behalf of His Majesty by His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Relations, International Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, when he received His Excellency Eid bin Mohammed Al Thaqafi, Ambassador of Saudi Arabia, accredited to the Sultanate, with the attendance of a number of the Excellencies, the Secretary General and advisors of His Highness's office. Omani author and novelist Jocha Al Harthia won the Man Booker International Prize 2019 in a ceremony held in London, seen as a literary, cultural and international achievements. The novel Sayyidat Al-Qamar, in its English version, Celestial Bodies, translated by Marilyn Booth, has competed with other 5 novelists from France, Chile, Poland, Germany and Colombia in the shortlist of the prestigious prize. It's worth mentioning that Jocha Al Harthia is the first Arab author to win Man Booker International Prize. The world congratulated the Omani author and novelist Jocha Al Harthia for winning the Man Booker 2019 prize for her novel Celestial Bodies. The world media means talked about the winning novel and its writer, which achieved this prestigious prize. A number of Omani writers on Twitter expressed their happiness for this great event. The BBC network covered the event through a report pointing out that it is the first time that an Arab writer wins this prestigious prize. The British newspaper The Guardian said in its coverage that Jocha Al Harthia won the prize over other famous writers. Many social media accounts and some international websites in different languages such as German, Spanish, Polish and Vietnamese also commented on her achievement. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Minister of Justice and the Ministry of Manpower signed today a cooperation agreement to facilitate the settlement of labor disputes effectively. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi has more details in the following reports.
Aiming to develop the labor market and ensure stability of the competent Omanis in the private sector institutions, the Ministry of Manpower and the Minister of Justice signed today a cooperation document on the settlement of labor disputes.
This agreement is the cooperation agreement between the Ministry of Justice and Ministry of Manpower, which allowed the Committee of Conciliations to to look on all the disputes between the laborers and their organizations which work for them, and that dispute should end on these committees without needs to further procedures on the courts.
The cooperation document aims at speeding up the process of ending labor disputes before the competent authorities in the Ministry of Manpower and the Conciliation and Reconcile Committee at the Ministry of Justice. This step is hoped to contribute to enhancing the comprehensive and sustainable development in the country.
The result of this agreement today is very, very important. It is going to give the executive power to any amicable solution that is discussed in the Ministry of Manpower with the parties that are in a conflict. This is going to reduce the time the verdicts are made and therefore enhance and clear the labor market, as it is the main objective of the labor laboratory.
In its first stage, the program will be implemented in Muscat Governorate and will be applied in the rest of the governorates in the event of achieving the desired outcome. This cooperation comes within the outputs of Tanfeed program for economic diversification, the first of its kind in the Gulf countries. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Public and private bodies are exerting great efforts to deal with the impacts of the trough of low pressure in the wilaya of Wadi Bani Khalid in the governorate of North Sharqiya, which witnessed heavy rains. The overflowing wadis entered many houses and farms in the wilaya for the first time, causing damages. It also swept away some livestock. Many government bodies are working to bring life to normalcy in the wilaya through paving roads and restoring all services affected by this weather condition. Here now are the Ramadan times for tomorrow. Fajr prayers at 3:57 a.m. and Maghrib prayers at 6:50 p.m. Now for the general focus around the Sultans. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of scattered rainfall over the higher mountains. Winds will be south to southwest light to moderate. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. Watching the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from the custodian of the two holy mosques, hand over to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. Omani author and novelist Jocha Al-Harfiya wins the Man Booker International Prize 2019 for her novel Celestial Bodies. And the Ministries of Justice and Manpower sign a cooperation agreement on settlement of labor disputes. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from our CNE studio and the newsroom. Thanks for watching. Good night.